Hi Kenyans, and welcome to the Perspective Show. My name is Maina Kamunya, and in today's episode we are going to look into an issue or some statements that have been made that are very crucial, and that if they are not taken seriously and addressed as soon as possible, they may take our country to the grave. We have seen countries go down, therefore we must be careful to ensure that we protect, safeguard, and ensure at all times that our country is moving forward. We cannot afford to be counted among nations that will fail because of political instability. Kindly let me remind you, if you have not yet subscribed, kindly consider to do it. Also like, and also feel free to share these videos. Okay, let me now bring you to the speed. Previously, we have seen Kimani Ichung'wah Mheshimiwa, the majority leader. He made a statement that if maandamano will not stop, then they were going to attack and invade some farms belonging to Kenyatta's family, starting with a farm in Loiru. And in fact, we also saw that happen last Monday. While maandamano was going on in Nairobi, there was an attack on that farm located in Ruiru around Eastern Bypass, and there was looting. There was a destruction of property, and also a section of that farm was set on fire. Similar statement to what Kimani Ichung'wah had said. Some statements were made just recently by Oburu Odinga, the brother to Raila Amolo Odinga. Similar statements were echoed by Siaya Governor James Orengo, also echoed by Gladys Wanga, the governor, and also a majority of the Azimio Brigade who are in a burial in Siaya County. And they said there is a plot and a plan to kill Raila Amolo Odinga. Remember, during the Thursday maandamano, there was a press that was released in the evening by the Azimio Coalition, and they showed us that there was an attempt to kill Raila Amolo Odinga, and that his car had been hit by 7 bullets. It was in the public domain. And when this statement have been made that there is an attempt to kill Raila Amolo Odinga, these are statements that cannot be taken lightly, because they can take this country to the grave. We know Raila Amolo Odinga has the following, almost half of the country, and therefore, as we speak today, we all know that out of this statement that has been made, there is a tension, there is agitation from those supporters who supported Amolo Odinga. They are now preparing. They will now be more prepared to attack more than they have done before. Raila Amolo Odinga also said during that press that on Monday that there will be the mother of all maandamano, meaning that coming Monday we are expecting to see a demonstration, a maandamano that we have not seen before, right? Meaning this is the maandamano that will be the climax of all that we have seen. You have seen them do from Mathare, Jogoo Road, that was the beginning. Then they went to Kawangware, and we also saw that what happened on Thursday. And therefore, they have done that, all they have done before was a warm-up. And Monday, a maandamano of a magnitude that is not expected, or we have not seen before. On the other hand, the government, through the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, have said that Monday will be the end of maandamano, that the government will assert its authority as the legitimate elected government in Kenya coming Monday, right? Opposition is saying that Monday will be the climax of all their maandamano. It will be the mother of all maandamanos that have happened before. On the other hand, the government says it will put to an end the maandamanos. The question we want to ask ourselves this evening is, what does this really mean to our nation? What does it really mean to this great nation that we all love, right? Because we know now, as we speak, those who are supporting the government are prepared to face off with those in Azimio. Those in Azimio know now that there's an attempt to kill their leader, so they'll be more prepared and more equipped, right? This tension that is building up towards Monday is not healthy to our country. It's not healthy to all of us, because now we don't know what will happen. Are we going to see the situation of Hutu and Tutsi in Rwanda? Are we going to see the genocide? Are we going to to witness killing and mayhem, right? Because one thing that we must consider and we must be able to look at and alert the government is this: you bear the burden of protecting the Kenyans and their property. You have the legitimate and the constitutional mandate to ensure that you protect every Kenyan, whether in Azimio or in Kenya Kwanza, despite their political status, despite their economic status, despite their social status, despite their political affiliation. As a government, you have a constitutional mandate to protect their lives and their property. And therefore, if these statements are not acted upon as fast as possible, from perspective show, we see a very, very, very dangerous window that can be utilized by the enemy and bring down our nation. When another attack happened, we asked ourselves 3 questions. One was that attack orchestrated by the government? Was that attack orchestrated by the Azimio to gain sympathy? Or was that attack done by criminal element who might take advantage of the current situation in our country to ensure that they destabilize our country, right? Because we have seen it happen. We have seen mandamano being done, and people in that mandamano enter in a supermarket, they root, enter into a shop, they steal, and you see those people, they are in the demonstration, but you cannot tell whether they were there to demonstrate or they were there to fulfill their certain agenda. And therefore, when Azimio says that the government is planning to kill Raila Amolo Odinga, and the government now said through the Deputy President Gachagua and others that Monday will be the end of all demonstrations, meaning that the government will assert its authority and ensure that this mandamano will not continue beyond Monday. Therefore, if there are criminal elements who may want to bring down this nation, maybe Al-Shabaab, maybe hired goons, maybe hired or rogue individuals, the wicked people who may want to bring Kenya down, they may take that window and utilize it. They may go harm, hurt, or even kill Raila Amolo Odinga, and that blame will go to the government. And before the government takes opportunity to explain who did, or they do the investigation, you have no Kenya. Therefore, we want to caution the Kenya Kwanza government. Please, offer Raila Amolo Odinga the support and the security that he needs to do his peaceful picketing. On the other side, ensure that you protect all Kenyans, those who support the government, those who open their businesses, and ensure that none of them will be affected by this mandamano. Because if a slight mistake happens, if this criminal element takes charge, if this criminal element maximize this window, we are talking about Kenya might go down, and we may not have any nation after Monday. Therefore, we want to call upon the Kenya Kwanza government, the Azimio leaders, please, if you can, sit down and negotiate. 2, we want to call upon the church leaders, the religious leaders, the community leaders, Kiama, and also the international community. Please come forward. Intervene before we get to where we are in 2007, 2008. Please, in 2007, 2008, you came when it was too late. Come early. Church priest, we have 2 days or 3 days to ensure that you solve this matter. Talk to the president and the deputy president. Talk to the Raila Amolo Odinga and his brigade, and ensure that before Monday comes, we have a solution, and that what the mandamano that is planned in Monday, and the uncertainty that is in most Kenyans as we speak is resolved and solved once and for all. We cannot afford to wait until Monday and to wait and see our country go down. We cannot wait for that. Kindly, we are calling upon church leaders, religious leaders, arise and take up your role and advise this government and also the opposition that we love Kenya more than anybody, and Kenya is greater than all of us. There comes a time that the nation is bigger than any individual.